Hello traders, welcome back to another episode of Greenback Riders Trading Academy. Today is April 8th and we will be taking a look at what happened in the market today and what we are expecting for the 9th of April as well as the rest of the week. Before we start, if these videos are helping you out, if you like the content of these videos, please make sure to like, share, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new here and click on the notification icon. So first of all, let us take a look at what happened in the markets today. So when I looked at the chart the first time in the morning, I saw that overnight the price was holding this 2024 11% area at these 515354 levels, right? So that gave me the trade idea that if we can break out of this, the first target will be somewhere here, and then we can actually get up to the 21% and then try to hit this 5307 area, right? This is the line that I talked about yesterday, that we can come back here and then get rejected, and that is exactly what happened. I went long somewhere above the high of this candle once it closed above. And then I took some profit out at this 5217 level and then held on to another runner. And then when I saw that the 5307 level, it actually failed once, failed twice, fell thrice. That is when I came out of the runner altogether. Right after that, you see that we got this strong bear bar. I did not short right here because when the price has moved pretty much in a single direction and it has given me a good move, I do not immediately short. But what happened was this came down consecutive 4 bear bars and we closed below the low of the first bar of the day, and then we had a small bear flag and then another bar came and closed below it. We actually sold the close of this particular bar and our first target was again this 11% area. But when this broke down, I took some profit around the 5069 areas because that is the 1:1 area of this whole drop. You will see that the 5126 was the 1:1 and this 5071 was the 1:1.5 of this area. But when this was breaking down, along with that, I was also looking at the SPX gamma levels, which I'll show you in a bit. But as it broke down, my next target became this 5015, and as 5015 was breaking down, I actually took another shot here targeting this pink box. That was the first 1 minute box of yesterday, and that was at the 4965. So I did not find any good setup to go long here. And if you start counting the legs at this point of time after this particular drop, this was the first reversal attempt, right? This was the first leg, this was the second leg, and both of them failed. We came down. This was the second reversal attempt, this was the third reversal attempt, this was the fourth reversal attempt, and after the fourth reversal attempt we came down to this area. We created a nice channel, we broke out of this channel, but we could not hold on to that. This was again the 230 bar, and as we closed below that and did not get another bar as a follow through of this bar, the market actually kept coming down and we finally got to the 4965 levels. Now looking at the SPX chart, as soon as we gave up this 5200, we got to this 5150 area, and as the 5150 area gave up, this was a minor area. We went to the 3AG 3 POI levels, we went to the 5050 levels as well, then came back up again, retested the 5100, and as it started falling, it broke down the 5050 levels and we actually got the 5000 levels as well. Now all these trades were actually mentioned in the live Google Meet, as well as I was continuously writing in the Discord server. So if you guys are interested in joining either the Google Meet or the free Discord server, you will find the link to the Discord in the description below. So that is what happened today. Now let us take a look at what we are expecting for tomorrow. What levels are we expecting bulls and bears to hold? And first we will take a look again at the price action levels, and then we will go back and see what the SPX gamma has in store for us. Now looking at the price action, there can be two possibilities at this point of time. Either we will stay in a trading range, or we will get a measured move of this whole drop down, the pullback, and then we will see if we are breaking down these lows, then there can be further drop to maybe to the 4732 areas, 4682 areas, and farther down. We will have to take a look at it as and when that unfolds, right? But for now, as I was saying yesterday, that we may continue to stay in this particular trading range. We went a little bit higher, so I put the 100% of the trading range up here. We broke down the 50% here, the 5068 line, and we came to the 33% line, but now we are holding above the 33% line, right? So now if the price is able to take out this 5455 level, get out of here, then the price may actually come and hit this 11% area once again, and then I'm actually expecting the price to fail once more. Why? The reason is this. we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 consecutive bear bars on the downside. So I am expecting that even if we get a two-legged move to the upside, maybe to the 20 EMA of the hourly bar, or maybe to the 9 EMA of the hourly chart, the price will still come down and we will get a measured move down and we can get stuck here. So at this point of time, if you see the price started falling from here, it came back here. Now if we go back to the 20 EMA, the 1:1 will be somewhere around 4767, right? But that will only become valid once we see that these areas are getting broken down. So if these areas are getting broken down, and based on where the pullback is overnight on the 1 hour chart, we will have to see if the price is getting back below today's low. It is breaking that down, coming to this area, the 1:1.5 line again, and then we are breaking down this low, the Sunday's opening bar. Then there is a possibility that we can come back to these levels, and if we are breaking this, there is also the possibility that we will get the 1:1 of the Sunday's mother bar, which happens to be at 46.58 as well. Let us start from the monthly chart again. So we are right at the low of 2024 again at the 501715 area. So if we continue to break this down, we may come and hit this 4832, which is the low of this particular month. And if we continue to go beyond this 4832 line, then at that point of time, this 23% extension is not very far away of the 2024 bar. Below that will be the 50% of the yearly bull flag, the 50% of the 2022 bar, and right below that at 465758 we have the 1:1 of the Sunday's opening range mother bar, right? So all these levels are highly possible, and then finally we can come to the 1:2 of this 1:1.5 line. So the daily 1:2 target will be somewhere here, and then if we continue farther down, we can get to these areas, we can come down to these lows once again. This will be another area of support. Let me put that right here. So if you continue to break down from this 4490 areas, then the next support level will be around the 4438 lines. And then breaking down of that, we can actually come down to the 4306 areas. This will be a minor daily support here, and then we can get back to the 2023 lows as well. And this is where we have the 12-month trend line support for this particular monthly chart at this point. Now looking at this daily chart again, if you are putting back those fibs once again, this was the 5185 was the 1:1 line. We went above that today. If we failed it again, and so if we continue to come down below these levels, we will come and touch this 1:1.5 level once more, and breaking that down can actually bring us to the 4524 level to get that 1:2. Now the market is really bearish, right? We got that tariff news once again today that there will be more tariffs that will be put on China, and based on that, the market has actually rallied to the downside a lot. We had a 300-point move today. And if you're looking at this particular move, which started with the tariff news, this was the first drop here. And if this is the pullback, and if we are breaking down this, 4359 will be the 1:1 target for this tariff bears that are selling at this point. But we also need to remember that there is a big chance that we will be in this 500-point trading range. So once you are seeing that there is a strong breakout retest of the previous monthly low that we have, it is only then that the plays to all these levels to the downside will become valid. We also had the anchored VWAP put on the chart from this particular day. We went above the anchored VWAP, and as we broke down, that is the place where we started shorting actually, and then we came down all this way. Now let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. On the 4-hour chart, you'll see that we got the first leg up, we had a pullback, and then we had the second leg up. So we had the two-legged pullback to the upside till here. And if you are drawing the fibs right here at this point of time, from the top of this particular bar to the bottom of this particular bar, you will see that we just went up to the 50% area. So that is why the 5307 area was so important. We just went up to the 50% area, and from there we created an outside down bar which had a follow through. Now since this outside bar had a follow through, I'm expecting that there can be a pullback maybe to the 5102 areas or also to the 5187 areas overnight, and then there will be another leg down, and that can bring us down till this point. That measured move we will find out once we see what has been the length of the pullback. Or it may also happen that right now we do not even get above this 5315 line. If you see, we actually have gap down right now at 5005. So there is a possibility that we will keep coming down, break this low, and keep moving to the downside without giving you any pullback at this point of time. So that is also a possibility. So we will have to keep an eye at what happens when we are at this 4830 levels, and from there we can actually structure our trades again. However, that is also 200 points away, but we are doing 500, 200, 300 points every day, right? So getting here will not be a big deal at that point of time. So the market is giving us volatility. I would suggest let us use that volatility as long as it is there. Basically make hay while the sun shines. Now, looking at this ETH 5-minute chart, of course, this 4965 area will be a good area of support. If we are breaking down this and we are getting down below this 4945, which is the low of the day, we can come and hit this 4915 area. And below that, we can get to these areas, 4879 to the 4866 areas. This will be towards the low of this particular trading range. And then we need to be careful whether we are just fishing down below and then strongly going back up, creating an outside up bar, which may come out in a green color like this, and then we are getting a follow through. Maybe then we will have to see whether we are getting a change of character, getting above and closing above a previous high, getting a follow through. Then there is an increased chance that we can get up to these levels once again. And we may also come and hit this particular area at 5190, and that will also coincide with the 4-hour 20 EMA that we were talking about, right? But if I am going long somewhere here, my first target will be somewhere in the 5153 area. I will not hold on to that trade. I will not hold on to a runner at that point of time, because I know that this is a very strong area that has been broken down. They tried to retest it, they could not get up there, so we do have a breakout gap here right now, and then the market is expected to fall from here once again. Let us now take a look at the SPX gamma levels. Now, if you want to look at any of these charts that we are discussing right now, the link to all these charts will also be given in the description below. So this is how the gammas are positioned right now. The first aggregate gamma is sitting at 4900, the second aggregate gamma is at 4850, and the third aggregate gamma is actually at 5000. And there we have the highest put open interest as well as the highest call open interest. Above that, we will get the fourth aggregate gamma and the fourth POI above this 5100. And then below this one aggregate gamma, we have the 4874, which is a minor gamma line. I think it will break through to get to this 4850 if we are falling there. And then we can come to this 4800 and subsequently to this 4750 as well. So these are the different gamma levels that we have right now. So we will have to see where the market is opening up in the morning, whether we are above this close of yesterday. We are trying to get above the 3AG and get to the 4AG, or whether we are opening somewhere here, get up to the 1AG, get rejected and get below this 2AG again and target this 5AG line. So these are the different possibilities that can be there. Again, we will have to consider that where we are exactly positioned with respect to the 1AG line as well as to the 1 POI plus the 1 COI line. What I'm looking at is this will become a very huge resistance tomorrow, because there is a lot of call open interest and put open interest here. The bulls can try to get it to the upside, but if the bulls are trying to get it to the upside, we can target these areas at 5039, 5040, and then above that we can get up to this 5093 to the 5100 levels as well. Get rejected from there, come back below this and get back to the 1AG line. So the market is completely in a negative gamma environment, and throughout the day we saw that all the pullbacks that happened, they got sold off. I think that will be a similar trend tomorrow as well. And if we are breaking down these lows at 483332 areas, we will get to this 4800 and subsequently to this 4750 lines as well. So that is all the analysis I have at this point. I'll see you guys again in the morning on the Google Meet call. Till then, have a great night everyone. Bye.